What's up, guys? My name's Jonathan, this is my cannon, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cannoneer. Now, today we've got another historical recreation for you where we're going to be testing out some bar shot and chain shot against its intended targets, some ropes and riggings. But before we head on over to the range and I'll give you guys a close-up look at our projectiles and our target, a couple of quick things. If you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and drop down below and hit that subscribe button. I'm sure you're going to want to keep up with all the fun stuff that we've got coming out in the future that we're going to be shooting with the cannon here and out of the cannon. And a big thank you for those that have already done that. And second, if you're interested in maybe sending us some projectiles of your own design to shoot out of the cannon and test on the channel, all the information for the subscriber shot special will be down below in the description, so check that out if you're interested. And last but not least, stay tuned for just a quick channel update and a very important word from today's sponsor, PCBWay.
So y'all have seen me partner with PCBWay before, and now PCBWay has been kind enough to become a full-time channel sponsor. That means that we now have access to any of PCBWay's services that we can use to test out and build different types of body armor and fabricate accessories to use with the cannon. Now I have a couple of ideas that I know I'd like to test out using some of PCBWay's services, but I'd also like to know if some of you guys have any ideas that you'd like to see us test out using any of PCBWay's services. Now, if you're not already familiar with PCBWay services, be sure to head on over to their incredibly easy to use and intuitive website and check them out. But they have all kinds of different services available. Things like different types of 3D printing, custom circuit board making, CNC, sheet metal work, and all kinds of different services that we can now take advantage of and that you guys can take advantage of to help bring any designs and ideas that you might want to bring from just a drawing on a page into reality. So if you have any ideas about things that you'd like to see us test out on the channel using any of PCBWay's services, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Now, one thing to keep in mind, due to import and export laws, PCBWay cannot print or fabricate any projectiles for our cannon. So keep that in mind when you're coming up with designs and letting us know in the comments. So if you have any ideas about things that you'd like to see us test out using PCBWay services, or if you'd like to take advantage of PCBWay services and get yourself some custom 3D printing, some CNC work, some sheet metal fabrication, or maybe some printed circuit boards for your own designs and prototypes that you'd like to bring into reality, be sure to check out PCBWay. They're your one-stop shop to bring your designs into reality. And now, back to today's video.
Okay, y'all, so our target today is going to be this 1-inch hemp rope. It's stretched out and under some tension, so it's stretched out. So we're going to be seeing if we can hit this with our bar shot and our chain shot. So that's what we're shooting at. And let's load up some bar shot and chain shot and see what happens. Okay, guys, so today we're going to be shooting some rope with some chain shot and some bar shot to test these actual historical projectiles to see what they actually would do against their intended targets. So our chain shot here's got 2 half-lead cannonballs with some chain in the middle, and we're going to see if we can take out that piece of rope like history intended these things to do. Okay, let's go look. I know we hit it for sure. I did not really expect us to nail that, but I'm kind of surprised and a little bit not, because it is meant for that. But our rope spin all out there and all frizzled out on that side. Same thing over there. That chain shot just cut that rope right in half. So let's load up some bar shot and restretch our rope here and see what we can do with that. Okay, guys, also for comparison on how thick this rope is, there's a Gatorade bottle next to it. So this is an inch thick hemp rope, so that's just a little size comparison for you guys there. So okay, guys, so we were able to nail it with that chain shot. So up next is bar shot, another type of historical round that's meant for tearing apart riggings and ropes and things. So our bar shot we've redesigned a little bit. We've got all thread here to hold, hopefully, hold the lead ends in a little better together because this tends to fall apart on us. So we're gonna load this up, see if it'll stay together for one, and see if we can take out that rope with this bar shot. Okay, guys, let's go take a look at that. It looks like we took out a couple of strains that time. Oh yeah, nice big old, hey, we got a nice piece out of it down there on the ground. It's like it broke a couple of pieces out there. So we did some damage to that rope this time. And I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but the bar shot skipped way off back there in the distance. So, bar shot on ropes do, imagine that, does exactly what they're intended to by shredding it up. So we're gonna pack this rope a little bit tighter together and see what a cannonball will do against this rope. Okay guys, we got a 10-ounce cannonball loaded up, and let's see what would happen if you were to hit the riggings with a 10-ounce cannonball. So let's touch this off and see what happens. I think that was a slightly interesting result, given the fact that it basically just kind of punched a hole through there and it didn't really tear or shred or really do anything comparatively to what that, you can see where it hit right there, there's the burn mark. But realistically speaking, it doesn't really do that much compared to bar shot or chain shot. So we're gonna tighten this up and we'll pop this thing right here with some chain shot and see what this would do with all these ripped together or tied up together ropes. Okay guys, we've got some chain shot loaded up against our tightened up ropes down there. Let's see what this does compared to a regular lead cannonball. So I'm just assuming this will probably just shred it to pieces. So let's touch it off and see what happens. Okay guys, well we missed with that chain shot, so we're gonna load up some bar shot. Seems like these types of projectiles are just a slightly bit more unpredictable than a regular cannonball. So let's load this up and see if we can hit it with this bar shot. Okay guys, it looks like our bar shot and our chain shot are just a slight bit more predictable. Keep in mind these things are meant to tumble, so it's not like a regular cannonball, it's gonna go exactly where you point it. So we went ahead and spread out our ropes just a little bit more, and we're gonna put an extra large bar shot in there as our last shot. So let's see if we can shred those ropes with this. Okay, y'all, let's go take a look. Something interesting looked like it happened. It looked like maybe the bar fell, but I don't know. So we'll get up here and look and see. So, something fell down on the ground. I don't know what it was. There's the bar right there. So, there's the bar right there. It looks like our bar broke when it hit the rope. I'm not quite sure what happened on this one. So we'll have to check out that high speed there and see. Well, guys, that was a fun one. And I'm not that surprised that chain shot and bar shot do exactly what they're meant to do, cut right through ropes and riggings. But I am just a little bit surprised that our bar shot's still breaking apart. I kind of figured that all thread would give the lead something to grab a hold of and maybe not slide off the end, but that's not looking like the case. So we're just going to have to weld 2 halves of a steel cannonball together or 2 steel cannonballs together, not a big deal, and we'll get that fixed in a future video and get that problem remedied. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and drop down below and hit that like button. And while you're down there, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so already. I'm sure you guys are going to want to keep up with all the fun stuff that we got coming out in the future with the Cannon here. So once again, guys, thank you for hanging out here until the end. My name's Jonathan, this is my Cannon, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of The Cannoneer.